Listen up, ladies and gentlemen.
Breaking news.
Breaking news has just reached the station, okay?
This just in.
Right now. Freshly in. We have received it just now. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
You go first.
Okay.
Back
Don't
to you,
mind
Nick.
if I do. Ladies and gents, thanks for tuning in to News Network. And today I'm here to report to you that an entire temple of Thai monks has tested positive for, which, as a result, has left the temple completely unattended. There are no monks left in this temple, Kyle.
Wow. No sober monk.
I'm just going to say, before I read a single word of this article, if I were a monk, is a pretty fire of choice. You are atop a mountain. I guarantee you they have no internet in that bitch. Imagine just geeking off ice.
That's interesting
Finding
because
your
they
inner
don't,
chi off.
don't have a lot of stuff to do, I feel like. And is a very busy. Like, I feel like when you, like, I mean, I guess I haven't really done.
How do
at
you think
least
the
not on
temple is so
purpose.
clean, bro?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Tweaking balls every day.
Yeah. I would feel like I'd picture them doing more like downers. Like, I know, like, ancient China, they would do a lot of which I would think would be way more fitting.
Well, in modern days, we smoke, buddy,
Apparently.
Walter White style.
Yeah.
According to this article from the BBC, a small temple in Thailand has been left without any monks after they were all dismissed for failing the test, according to local officials. Pardon me. 4 monks, including the abbot, tested positive for in the northern province of Fuck the Bun. Fuck the Bun. An official told news agency AFP. What the fuck is AFP? Have you heard of that? I've never heard of those bums, dude.
No.
Oh my god, that's actually an amazing name. Boonlert. Thintapai. Boonlert, Kyle.
It's a good name.
That is a name I would give my sim on The Sims 4.
Yeah.
Boonlert Thintapai said the monks were subsequently sent to a health clinic to undergo rehabilitation. The raid comes amid a national campaign to tackle drug trafficking. The monks were reportedly removed from the temple after police administered urine tests on Monday, which saw all 4 men fail. Officials did not say what had brought the temple to the attention of the police. Mr. Thintapai told the AFP that the temple is now empty of monks and nearby villagers are concerned they cannot do any merit making. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know what the fuck merit making means.
I think that means making money.
Is it?
I think.
I feel like if I were a Buddhist monk, I would just renounce money. I would just be like, dude, I do nothing but smoke that was provided
But
to
how
me
do
by
they
Jesus.
Yeah.
You know? Or whoever, Buddha, and pardon me, not Jesus, Buddha. You know?
I don't think Buddhism, I could be wrong. I don't think Buddhism has a god.
Is it not Buddha?
Well,
It's
Buddha's
named after that guy.
Yeah, but that's not like their god. He's like their
Oh, he's just a plug?
he was like a good role model, basically. So they just
Listen, we really
try
fuck
to,
with Buddha,
yeah,
but he's
pretty
not
much.
Jesus.
They pretty much just try to follow his teachings.
He just has fire.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Merit making, actually, it says in the very next line, merit making is an important Buddhist practice where worshippers gain a protective force through good deeds, in this case, by giving food to monks. But Mr. Thintapai said the regional officials had sought the assistance of the local monastic chief, who had promised to assign some new monks to the temple in the Bung Samphan district in a bid to address concerns of worshippers. Damn, so like people, like Buddhist people who were just pulling up to pray were like, yo, guys, the pastor is tweaking balls. Like, he's cold sweating and hitting the pookie on the stage. Like, can we get a new monk? And apparently they finally came and cracked down.
Yeah.
Now, according to this, in recent years, has become a major issue in Thailand, with seizures of the reaching an all-time high in 2021. The country is a major transit port for the drugs flood into the country from Myanmar, the world's biggest producer of... Really?
Yeah. Wow.
I didn't know Southeast Asia was that into...
I didn't either.
What would you like?
No, if you asked me the world's biggest producer of, I would have guessed like Arizona. or Nevada.
They love the desert, dude.
I would not have guessed Myanmar.
There's something, I don't know what it is. There's something about the sunlight and the dry heat that just turns every tweaker into a addict.
Yeah.
They're like lizards almost. Lizards.
I think it's like the closer you get to the equator, the less like developed society seems to be.
So just smoke more.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, they just have less like.
So what is like?
I guess
if hypothetically, let's say you just wanted to avoid forever, where would you move? Like if you just based off what you know currently, like where are you going to avoid?
Somewhere cold. Somewhere cold.
Russia?
Perhaps. Yeah, like Siberia.
Dude, I feel like they love in Russia, dude. Imagine drinking a whole bottle of vodka bare and then just hitting the pookie. I'm outside, dude. Imagine the warmth you'd feel in your veins.
Yeah.
It's probably great, dude. I don't know.
Maybe that's why they don't do it in the cold. Maybe you get hypothermia.
To be fair, though, I mean, dude, look at this pricing. The are sold on the streets with a value of around 50.
So is that like?
I mean, dude, think of like what is to like when you buy.
Yeah.
If you buy crystal in a clear cap, it's far more pure than if you buy an.
Yeah.
Right. Probably just the equivalent of that for like.
Yeah.
This hair.
They're both very similar.
They imagine popping like a Tesla, a Mesla.
Yeah.
There's just no money in it. It's all, and you're just up for 7 days jacking off. That's pretty much what these monks did, probably for years straight.
Yeah.
More power to them, dude. Now, according
holy moly
to the end of this article, last month, the Thai Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-o-cha ordered a clampdown on drugs after a former police officer who had been dismissed from the force killed 37 people during a shooting at a nursery after he had been previously dismissed for possession.
Damn.
What?
Damn.
That's crazy, dude. I mean, if I was the king of Thailand, I would probably come after them too.
That is wild.
You killed 37 kids at a dude. I'm not going to lie. We're pulling your limbs off in the town square, pal. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Kyle, what did you pull for this week as we're here on news, dude? Heading over now to Kyle, our newest... bleep that. I didn't mean to dox you. Heading over now to Kyle, our newest reporter.
This just in. Breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
Researchers.
Break it to me.
Genetically altered fruit flies to crave... Wow.
I would share a line with those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I do a line with fruit flies.
Researchers from
Utah.
like what do you mean?
So in a world first, scientists at the University of Utah have engineered fruit flies susceptible to addiction. But as strange as it sounds, there were potentially life-saving reasons for genetically altering the insects to crave the drug.
What could possibly be the life-saving reason?
To help addiction treatment therapies, to develop and expedite research timelines, I guess. Allegedly.
But like just imagine this, dude. First off, imagine how sweet it is to be a scientist and do this for a living.
Right.
You apply to your government. You're like, yo, guys, we need $1 million because we're going to bioengineer a bunch of dead flies. And they're just like, deal.
Yeah, what did the receipt look like?
Who paid for this?
Like just fruit flies.
If my tax money paid for flies, I'm going to be pissed off.
This was, in Utah. We might have paid for this.
Hell nah, bro. Utah? I don't live in that fucking shithole. Do I look like I have 9 wives, dude?
Well, it says, as surprising as it may sound, humans have a lot in common with fruit flies. In fact, we share around 70 to 75% of the same genes responsible for various diseases. Can you believe that? With fruit flies.
Honestly, I kind of fucking don't.
You're right. We share a lot of the same genes with fruit flies.
Can I say something completely off topic, but that might upend this whole article? Who verifies these scientists?
I don't know, but I think that So genetics are an interesting thing. I think you tweak very little and you get a very big change out of it. I think actually we share quite a bit of DNA with like bananas. So 70 to 75%. I think that's less than we share with bananas.
So we're like 20% away from being a banana, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
That just doesn't like who says that? Like according to who? Who verifies that guy? Like imagine you're just like you have so many college degrees that you can just hop online and just be like, yo, guys, we're actually only 20% different than bananas. And then everyone's just like, damn, really?
And you can't disprove it. How do you disprove it?
Disprove that? You can't.
I'm
Imagine
prove you
being
wrong.
a scientist, bro. You can literally just steer history.
Like the best you could just do, you could be like, doubt it.
You just wake up
like,
and one day you're just like, yo, guys, we're only 20% different from bananas. And by the way, flies love. And that's just like your career path.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, dude?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. So researchers have relied on the insects for genetic studies for years, apparently, especially for investigating the biological roots of certain addictions like abuse. This is due large in part to the fruit fly's quick life cycle and its comparatively simple genetic makeup.
But like, dude, I feel like the common knowledge is that we test human products on rats before we give it to humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because aren't mice and rats way more genetically similar to us?
I would think. Yeah.
What trait do flies have that makes them heads?
That's a great question.
Bro, imagine how good it feels to be a fly on. Like, we have to sit here and fucking pay taxes and, like, you know, do work. And instead, we could just be a fly and eat garbage and do until we die.
I think their heart rate is like already like 200 beats per minute or something too. So if you
But
just
that's tiny, like this
yeah, because they're so tiny, you know.
Does it being smaller make it beat more?
Yeah, and then also like they have to move faster. They have more like twitch fibers.
Would you
'cause they have
rather
their
be a
wings,
fly?
You know, no, but
Okay.
So I just think that because their heart's pumping so fast, makes it beat faster, you know. And like I'm just saying, it's probably like 300 beats per minute. It's crazy.
And the scientists in Utah are just like, how do we give a fly a cardiac arrest?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's
Your heart's just like an M240, bro. Like just yeah.
I mean, dude, what is, I'm reading this article. What is
Yeah,
this
that's
line
a banger
here?
line. Flies don't like one bit. They don't like it. Yeah, so that's actually one thing I found pretty interesting about this article is they couldn't actually get the flies addicted to on their own, really.
So then what do they do? Like, how does this, how do they?
So because actually like comes from the coca plant, right?
Mhm.
And that plant creates toxins, and those are the toxins that we love and, you know, we know and love. But the plant produces it for like defense mechanisms. Like it's actually like a pesticide, and it repels insects and animals. So it has a very bitter taste that they do not like. Now, apparently, insects have like some sort of receptors. Basically, they can taste through their legs.
God, that's got to be so fire.
So they can basically land on something briefly and kind of taste it through their legs without actually having to eat it. That was the problem they were having with is they'd land on it, didn't like the bitter taste, and they would fly away without ingesting any. So it said they modified the insects. Where's that here?
Bro, what I don't understand is like, even let's say hypothetically this study worked out flawlessly and they had a bunch of flies in a container and gave them a gram a day and all the flies railed all of it. Like, what does this even prove?
After confirming that activates a fruit fly's bitter sensing taste receptors, Rothenfluh and Philia.
Two of the scientists on this
Switch
investigation.
off those nerves. How do you switch off those nerves? Do they do brain surgery on a fly?
You know, biology in life is pretty horrifying, bro.
So I'm thinking what they really did is they removed the legs of the flies.
I mean, you know what this makes me think in my head? These flies, I mean, this is the way I think of this situation. These flies are obviously conscious, right? They're living beings.
Yep.
Imagine being a living being and you spawn in, and instead of being like us, you got to spawn in and do fucking and then make a podcast.
Well, these ones got to do.
Okay, but like they hated it. They hated it.
They did not like it.
They got force-fed. They hated
like it. They hated it when they had legs.
And then genetically modified and put in there with no legs.
Once their legs were removed, they loved it.
That's horrifying.
Yeah,
like, imagine that life. These creatures feel that, bro. There's no question that whether or not they do. How is that okay? Like, do you think it's okay to do this kind of experiment?
Once deactivated, there was little to stop the flies from developing a habit. So they loved it when they had no legs. These modified flies, removed legs, were subsequently introduced to sugar water infused with a low concentration of. Within 16 hours, the insects indicated a preference for the based drink. So, which was in the prior experiment, they did not like the infused sugar water, just the regular sugar water.
And how do they react to these doses? Like, what do they do?
Well, at low doses, they start running around just like people.
Bro, do you remember the first time I did? That's literally what we did.
Yeah, we tried to race the car.
The first time I did it was on accident. My friend thought that he had crushed up and he gave me and Kyle a line of it. It was actually, I didn't realize until we left the crib because it was literally on our way out the door of our friend Cody's house. He was like, yo, you want to lie? We thought it was, he's like, you want to snort some real quick? It isn't even water soluble. Snorting it is retarded and you would be better off just popping it. But we were young and stupid and didn't know that. So like we were snorting every other fucking day because putting powder in our nose felt cool.
Right, we snorted everything. Yeah.
Yes. Everything that could possibly be put in our nose, we were just going to try it and see what happened. And I remember those lines got poured out in Cody's room. We railed them, got in our friend Michaela's car. She drove us out of that neighborhood back onto the main road. And immediately we knew it wasn't. One of the first things we did was ask her to pull over so we could race her car.
Yes. Yeah, she was going like 50, and we were like, this is too slow. We're going to outrun this car,
We kept telling her to speed up. We're like, yo, like, why are you driving so slow? Speed up. She's going like 20 over the speed limit.
We were talking so much shit.
We're like, yo, are you speed up? Are you a fucking pussy?
Yeah.
Like, why are you driving so slow? Dude, is my grandma driving? Mind you, she's going 20 over the speed limit right past the fire station. Like, we're about to go to prison. We genuinely thought we could outrun her car. So that's true.
Yeah.
At low doses, we wanted to start running.
And then at very high doses, they get incapacitated, which is also true in people, it says. So
this is such a morbid study. Like, yeah, we fed a bunch of fruit. We cut a bunch of flies' legs off and then fed them until they overdosed.
Modified, yeah. We deactivated
modified. They just fucking severed all their limbs.
Deactivated their sensors. Put them under a
guillotine, and we're like, all right, dude, now
they
we're good.
Pulled those off with pliers, bro. Oh my gosh.
So fill me in more on this. Like, what is the purpose of this study? Like, why do they even do it?
Oh, look at that. Now that researchers know how to breed the modified fruit flies. How?
They don't breed. They just cut their fucking legs off.
Yeah, they're just.
They just breed them normally.
As soon as you spawn in, your legs are just gone.
What a horrible start, dude. Yeah. What a horrible start.
Wow. They can more easily study how addiction evolves in the body.
Because they cut their legs off.
But they can do so on a much faster timeline by analyzing hundreds of genes at a time. That's because their lifespan's so short. They last like a day. We can identify risk genes that might be difficult to uncover in more complex organisms. It's just a psychopath. It's just a mad scientist.
Listen, I'm not a scientist. I don't understand how this works, and maybe there might be a lot of merit to what they're doing, and I'm just a dumb fuck. But as a drunken retard who's like just observing this from first glance, this is pretty fucked up, dude.
Yeah, they're basically just torturing flies to be like, wow, it is addictive.
Not even. I'm a firm believer. Like every living creature has a conscience. Not even in like a religious kind of way or anything, because I'm not a religious guy at all. But like, I just believe that every living creature is aware of what's happening to them the same way we are.
Yeah.
Like a fly or a dog or a cat or anything like that. Like a deer, like knows all these creatures, they know what's happening to them. So when you spawn in a million flies and then you sever their legs and force feed them until they OD and die, they for sure are aware of that.
Right.
Maybe they don't know that they're taking. They're still. They feel pain. Like they feel that. You know.
Yeah. Well, and your like perception of time is, I believe I could be incorrect here, but I believe it's actually pretty closely tied to your heart rate.
Is it?
So if your heart rate's like 200 beats per minute, a second then would take forever, in your perception.
How do you think different creatures perceive time? Do they perceive it differently?
Yeah. Like there's studies on dogs. Dogs can't really tell the difference between like an hour and 4 hours. Anything beyond like 20 minutes is just a long time for a dog. But they've done studies where they'll like, they put cameras in people's apartments and they study their dogs while they're off at work. And the dog for like 20 or 30 minutes is usually very hopeful that the owner will just come back. And then after that, the dogs will exhibit like just signs of straight depression for hours on end until the owners return.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think our perception of time is very different for different.
Totally off topic, but what you just said for some reason made me think this. Have you ever seen? This is a fairly common thing from my understanding. Have you ever seen how like when an owner of a pet dies in a house or an apartment, the pet will eat the owner when they run out of food?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like they understand they're eating their owner or not? Because like as a human, we wouldn't do that. Like if your dad fucking dies and you're a kid in the house, you're not just gonna eat your dad's fucking leg,
right?
You know?
Yeah, but we've also, as a species, really come to like reject the idea of cannibalism, you know? Whereas other species, it's not as like bears will do that, dogs will do that, cats will do that. Most of the time, it's not like their first choice, but I mean, they do that. So for us, I think part of it is just that not only are you eating a loved one, you're eating a human, which for us is just, you don't do that.
Disgusting.
Gross, probably illegal, you know? So we don't do that. Whereas a dog, yeah, if another dog dies, he's probably going to eat that dog. So.
I mean, that's just like, this whole article is disgusting, Kyle. I'm not going to lie. Like, I just can't imagine being the fly. Like, just spawning in with the worst possible hand of cards.
Remember that time in Bearded Nick's garage, I got bit by that mosquito and it just flew off and died right on the table in front of me?
I do remember. I don't remember you getting bit, but I remember a mosquito. I feel like the mosquito somehow ingested and died.
I was doing a lot of, and it bit me in the neck and just flew off and it died right in my pile.
I will say, Kyle, you're probably the least healthy guy I know. I mean, you do nothing but at McDonald's.
I do exercise from time to time, but that's about it. Yeah,
you're a
my
sodium
diet's
sergeant,
not
bro.
good.
Like you probably eat 10,000 milligrams of sodium a day.
Actually, you'd be surprised. I try to eat more salt because like it's been a while now, but the last time I was at the doctor, they told me I needed to eat more sodium. I had very low sodium.
Oh, he doesn't even remember the fucking year.
Like 7 years ago.
Dude,
at least.
You should go to the doctor. That's a long time.
Nah, I'm fine. But yeah, he told me I had very low sodium. His exact words were, "You need to eat more potato chips or something." So I actually specifically like go out of my way to eat more salt because otherwise I just get dehydrated.
But like, wait, how old are you when that happened? You were young, right?
I could have been no older than 20, so had to be at least.
Oh, bro,
7
if the
years
doctor's telling you to eat more sodium at 20, you should definitely tap in with him again and check in at 27. You know?
I'm feeling good. I'm all right. We're chilling.
I mean, dude, I haven't been to the doctor in a long time either, but also your birthday was just the other day.
Mm-hmm.
You turned 27, I mean, just a couple days ago now. I don't know what day of the week it is because I'm fucked up, but you turned 27 on a Monday, right? What day is it today?
2 days ago, yeah. 2 days ago.
Yeah, congratulations, dude.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Everyone say happy birthday, Kyle.
Thank you.
What'd you do on your birthday? I mean, we played Counter-Strike, but like, what else did you do?
I played Counter-Strike, and I had McDonald's. No, I did.
That's such a Kyle
I might have
birthday.
had McDonald's, but I don't remember if I had McDonald's. I had a Wingstop that night though, for sure. I had Wingstop. Yeah.
That's your major outing. Like, yo, I stepped it up, dude.
I
Normally
didn't
it's
actually
McDonald's.
go out for it.
I
it was my
texted this
birthday, so
guy.
I DoorDashed.
I texted this guy on his birthday. I'm like, yo, bro, happy birthday. Like, what do you want to do? Play Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Play Counter-Strike. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna, what do you want me to do? It's his birthday. Like, all right, dude, we're playing Counter-Strike then. But also, deep down, I was like, fuck yeah. That's a great selection, dude. That's the easiest homie's birthday ever, dude. Normally, motherfuckers are like, let's go to this restaurant, let's get dinner, and I'm fuck off. But you can't say that. But like, Counter-Strike, dude, yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Music,
Yeah.
please.
Absolutely. Now,